Isolated grounds are used in data systems to reduce electrical noise and interference between different circuits. By creating a separate ground reference for each circuit, any noise or interference on one circuit is isolated from the other circuits. This can improve the performance and reliability of the data system. To create an isolated ground, a separate grounding electrode must be installed for each circuit. This grounding electrode can be a copper rod driven into the ground, a concrete encased electrode, or a steel frame building. The grounding electrode must be connected to the equipment chassis or enclosure to provide a low resistance path to ground. The isolated grounding electrode should be located as far away as possible from other grounding electrodes and from sources of electrical noise and interference. This will help to minimize the possibility of noise or interference from other circuits. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, does not specifically require the use of isolated grounds in data systems. However, there are several NEC requirements that can be applied to the installation of isolated grounds. These requirements include firstly, Article 250.50, which specifies that grounding electrodes must be installed and connected in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Secondly, Article 250.52 states that grounding electrodes must be spaced at least 6 feet apart. Thirdly, Article 250.54 requires grounding electrodes to be connected together with a solid copper conductor. In addition to the NEC requirements, there are several other factors to consider when installing isolated grounds in a data system. These factors include firstly, the type of data system, where different types of data systems have different grounding requirements. Secondly, the location of the data system, as the location of the data system can affect the type of grounding electrode that is required. Thirdly, the presence of other electrical systems, as the presence of other electrical systems can affect the design of the isolated ground system. If installing an isolated ground system in a data system, it is important to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the system is installed correctly and meets all applicable codes and standards.